doing the this is Poor Bastards classic, throwing it back, getting together and doing a podcast like we used to do.
Yep, the reunion party. Special reunion episode here. Episode 42. 43. 43, I think, or 100 and something. Who knows? Yeah, dude, all I've done lately, and I mentioned, well, I've been telling you about it the whole time. So I showed you a screen of it the other day. So I think I mentioned, I don't remember anymore because it has been a while since we podcasted. But I bought a Wii on eBay because my old Wii wasn't working. It wouldn't boot up. And what I figured from the internet is that it's probably a hardware failure, either the Wi-Fi chip or the Bluetooth chip. One of them has failed, so it won't boot up the system. And apparently they're both relatively easily replaceable. But I just went on eBay and found a new one for $35, and I was like, well, shit, saves me the work of having to, do a hardware fix. And I still can if I wanted to, because, I got a brand new, or a used Wii for that price. I could just pull the parts out of it and put them in my old Wii. But anyway, I've started throwing, of course, a bunch of homebrew on here. And I've got, I used to use config or configurable USB loader. And that's what I used to use on my old Wii. And I was just playing Wii games on it. But apparently, like, the new name of the game is USB Loader GX. So I'm running that now. And I just got a new SD card because I've got my external hard drive, and that's where all my Wii games are stored. And through USB Loader, it'll read an external USB drive, and it'll read games off of that drive. And I don't know if it has to be this way, but I have it formatted to NTFS. Because it doesn't really have any file size limitations, and at the time I was using Windows, of course, because this hard drive's from 2011, so it's a pretty old drive now.
Damn, yeah, it is.
And but it's a 1.5 terabyte external Seagate. It works great, so I'm not gonna really fuck with it too much.
Hey, I think I've got a Seagate external hard drive. That thing works great.
Yeah. And so the problem with running NTFS is that for some reason my GameCube loader won't read NTFS drives, and I think that's normal for GameCube loaders. They'll only read FAT32 drives. So I was unable to put Wii games and GameCube games on the same drive. I've never used my Wii to play GameCube ROMs before, or ISOs rather. So I just bought a new SD card, and I just loaded it down with some GameCube games, and it works like a fucking dream. They're all in the same menu. They're all sorted neatly. They all have cover art. It's pretty badass. I am extremely happy with what I've got here now.
Dude, that screenshot of your library is sexy.
I've got 49 games on my Wii now, including GameCube games.
I was thinking the other day, back when that was the system, 49 games? That would have been a lot of fucking money, homie.
Dude, yeah. I mean, I think I ended up with about 10 to 15 Wii games. Maybe not quite that many. maybe 10-ish. For like physical games. But yeah, like 50 games, youch. But yeah, I've been digging through for a lot of co-op games because my girlfriend and I have been playing the shit out of some video games lately. And just what I did was I kind of just took a personal aggregate of all like the top GameCube co-op lists that I could find from everywhere. Reddit, IGN, some independent sites. And yeah, I mean, I ended up with freaking PSO episodes 1 and 2. Actually, I found PSO episodes 1 and 2 plus, which I'm not 100% sure what the big difference there is. I got Rogue Squadron 3, which has a lot of the Rogue Squadron 2 maps in co-op.
Ooh, I didn't know that was co-op. Shit,
Yep.
man. Rogue Squadron for the 64 was the tits, man. And I got the GameCube Rogue Squadron working on Dolphin not too long ago. And I think you start off where, I think the first mission there is, blowing up the Death Star. Pretty fucking tight, man. I mean, that just a really great game. I remember, I think you had to do some kind of cheat, or maybe I was using my Game Shark. You could get a TIE interceptor on the 64 Rogue Squadron. And that fucker was fast. Oh my gosh, man. The TIE interceptor, that was my favorite thing to fly. It looks like a TIE fighter, except it's got like pointy wings, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
It's like they got isosceles triangles for fins, man.
Right.
It's hard as shit.
That's right.
And anyhow, yeah, I just remember flying that thing around, doing missions back in the day. That was pretty fun. Anyhow, yeah, didn't mean to get off on that tangent, but
nah, dude, you're good. I want to think that I did something similar with Shadows of the Empire, because I had a Game Shark for my 64. Let's see. I picked up Time Splitters. Have you ever played Time Splitters?
I have heard of it. I know there's at least 2 games in the Time Splitters franchise.
Yeah. I picked
that
up
bald dude with like he looks like Chronicles of Riddick kind of.
Yeah, he sure does. I ended up with Time Splitters Future Perfect because apparently Time Splitters 2 and Future Perfect were both pretty good games. I might go back and pick up 2, but I just got this one for now. Of course, I got freaking Double Dash, which I played around a Double Dash. Yeah.
My wife loves it, man.
The driving mechanics are way different than the other, because I've got 7 on the 3DS, and I've got Mario Kart Wii.
I suck at Wii. When you got to turn the controller to actually turn, I blow at that. And it's only a matter of time. But look, I'm not playing that game around my kids, is all I'm going to.
Dude, you can use a GameCube controller with it.
What?
Yeah.
I need to, man, shit, that's right. The Wii does have like GameCube input shit. Man.
Yep.
I need to just come off it and buy a fucking used GameCube controller.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've got 2 of them. I cannot find my old Wavebird. I've looked everywhere for it.
I remember that one, man.
Yep.
That was a good controller. Generic controllers, are kind of hit and miss, but that was a good controller, man.
That was an official controller.
Oh, was it? Shit, dude.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Tight name, too.
Fucking Gauntlet, which of course is just like, pick up, beat 'em up fun.
Slash.
Yeah.
So, what was that again? What was the name of that again? I'm sorry,
Gauntlet.
It just left me. Gauntlet.
Yeah, Dark Legacy is the one on GameCube.
Is that in any way related to the Champions of Norath franchise?
Let's Google it.
There was a PS2 game called Champions of Norath, and me and Gator played that shit on the PS2 together for a while. It was co-op. That was, I mean, it was kind of rugged, man. How that game was. It looking back at it now, it was pretty true to traditional RPGs. It was a tough game too, man.
Okay, no. So that's set in the EverQuest universe.
Okay, EverQuest.
But
all right.
It uses the Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance game engine, which is funny because that's one of the games I picked up.
Okay, that's why I confused it with Gauntlet, because those three, EverQuest, Gauntlet, and Baldur's Gate, I mix those up really.
Dark Alliance is it's a lot of fun. I've probably played it the most recently, at least, out of all these games, except for like Mario Kart and shit. But I did play a fair amount of like Gauntlet. But yeah, we played Dark Alliance for several hours the other night, and it's kind of like a console Diablo almost. Is that what Norath kind of felt like? Have you ever played Diablo?
No.
Damn, you're missing out on some classic games.
I've played some Path of Exile though, so
okay,
I do know the flavor.
There you go.
And yeah, I guess yeah. I mean it is similar from what I've seen. You know, my untrained palate.
Next, you're gonna tell me you never played StarCraft.
Dude, no, let me tell you, okay, no, I played StarCraft. I just, I didn't play StarCraft in the traditional way that most people played StarCraft. I'd always do the sandbox thing rather than actually play the
use map settings games. Dude, those were fun though. Those were fun. There was an old Chrono Trigger RPG somebody recreated. That shit was awesome.
What? Freaking my old roommate, back in high school, he used to play the shit out of StarCraft, but he'd play. God, I don't even know. He'd play different game types that weren't traditional. I can't for the life of me remember exactly what he was playing. But I guess it was use map settings. I mean, he'd play against other people online. Like that's what him and my other bro used to do exclusively.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's kind of where like Dota came from.
Yeah, dude. So I had this Taiwanese friend back when I was in college, and I remember one day I walked into his room, and it looked like he was playing Warcraft or something. I was like, yo, man, like I know that game, but it had different, it had Chinese actual characters, people in the game, and Chinese writing, obviously, because he was Taiwanese. But he was playing Dota, dude. I asked him what he was playing, and he said he was playing Dota. This dude was playing a Chinese version of fucking Dota back in the day, man. And I say back in the day, this was like 2007, 2008. We were sophomores, juniors, something like that.
I wonder if that was the original Warcraft 3 Defense of the Ancients.
Bro, I am damn sure that it was. It was a Chinese adaptation. And I didn't know what the hell he was talking about at first, but when I saw Dota taking off, I was like, yo, that's the game he was fucking playing all his years. That's pretty damn cool. Now he flies, he flies for the freaking, the Thunder Tigers, dude. Aerial acrobatics.
Shit.
That man lives on the fucking razor's edge. I mean, I'm not doing anything like that cat's doing, but It's just good knowing that me and him are cut from the same sheet of metal. Anyways.
That's pretty wild.
So yeah, Chinese Dota, dude. I got to see it.
That was so between Thief and StarCraft. Like, those were some of the first video games that I really fucked around with, like, making my own game on. Because, of course, StarCraft had all the tools to make your own custom maps. But so did Thief. There was a really big, like, Thief community of fan maps that were, some of them were just really, really fucking good.
And that's something that just amazed me. Just the different game types in old school StarCraft. I mean, I would just be like, dude, you're not playing regular StarCraft, are you? He's like, no, this is, whatever the fuck, where, you do stuff and level this thing or that thing. And there would, I don't know how I can describe this. I would see groups of the same type of unit, like a huge group, like just swarming one area, like pulsating almost, all of them flying in a circle, in and out of a circle. And he would do something and build up more units and stuff, but it wasn't to go attack somebody else. He had to, I don't know. I'm making a complete and total. I sound like fucking Joe Biden up here trying to describe what my roommate was playing in StarCraft. But it was just, I mean, I understood StarCraft. I understood what it was, but I just could, for the life of me, not make sense out of what he was doing with those units. But damn, if he didn't hang a huge fucking dip and enjoy the shit out of it.
Man, I've spent so much time playing like classic video games lately. I'm actually playing PSO right now.
You said the C word, son.
I know,
you
man.
said the C word.
Well, I say classic, and I've I mean, I guess I'm talking about, like games from the early, well, from the 2000s. From the 2000s era is kind of what I'm on lately. Some Pro Skater 3, which is freaking incredible. I've really missed that game. I've played the fuck out of it lately. I'm almost all the way through it with Rodney Mullen.
Man, Rodney Mullen is the best, dude.
The tricks that dude pulled off are just insane, man. I've even gone back to watch some old Rodney Mullen videos because just, oh my God.
I used to pour over those things, man. I had a subscription to Thrasher magazine back in the day. Dude, that was something. It's Thrasher and CCS, man.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Thrasher. What is that?
Thrasher was trying to figure out the right way to describe this. It was, it was not for kids, man. I'll tell you that. It was, they'd have, like in the front of. Did you ever have a subscription to GamePro?
Yeah.
So you know how, you'd open the issue and it'd have, the first couple of ads, and then it would have, notes from the editors and shit like that. Questions that were submitted, the Q&A questions, which was always my favorite part of a GamePro, was to see what questions people had sent in and to see the silly fucking answers that Scary Larry would give them. And that's what I loved about GamePro as well. Scary Larry, Four-Eyed Dragon, Dan Electro, fucking every author had a persona. I loved that, man. And anyhow, they'd have an art section and stuff like that for fan art. And it was the same thing for Thrasher. They'd have an art section, but the art section for Thrasher was always so dark, dude. Like I forget what they called the skeleton for Iron Maiden, but one picture looked like the skeleton from Iron Maiden with, you know, the flesh falling off his face, scraggly hair.
Like Eddie?
And it was like, yeah, and it was like he had a gun with a beer can on the end of it, and it looked like he was shooting it into his mouth. I remember that picture. And I was like, damn, this is some dark shit, dude. Like, where are these kids getting this stuff from?
So that's like a skater punk magazine?
Yeah, I don't know if it's still a thing anymore or not, but it used to be. I'm pretty sure Thrasher's got to be around in some capacity. I know print media is long gone, but I mean, it was your typical skate magazine. You know, it just had a bunch of articles, bunch of photo shoots and stuff like that. It was like GamePro for skaters.
Yeah. Now somehow, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just about to say it was just what all the older kids that skateboarded were doing. Is basically what that was a window. Far removed from me skating around a church parking lot. Anyways, my bad. Damn, dude, I've interrupted you twice.
No, dude, I'm interrupting you. I'm sorry. I ended up with just kind of speaking of like Thrasher and GamePro. I ended up with a PC Accelerator magazine, and I wonder if I still have the copies of it somewhere. It was hilarious. Like some of the articles, it was for older people too because they cussed a bunch in this magazine, but it was hilarious. It was. I remember some reviews of like Carmageddon, and they were just like talking about like how fucking awesome Carmageddon and games like that were. They were reviewing like mature games, so the whole magazine was kind of geared for a mature audience, and I miss that. I do still have all of my Dreamcast magazine, my official Dreamcast magazine issues. I'm not letting those things go. But man, one game I'm like really playing right now. I mentioned you I guess on Discord today or last night. Shit, I don't even know. Is Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow, and I've read a lot about it, about how just about how good this game is. It's one of the better Castlevanias, and I fucking, now that I'm playing it, I fucking believe it.
Did you say it's for the DS?
Yeah, DS, the regular DS.
Because like haven't a lot of the more recent Castlevanias come out for handheld systems?
I guess so.
Like I wanted to think there was a couple of them on the Game Boy Advance and stuff like that.
That makes sense. Yeah, it seems like it because I'd have to look. I don't know if the Wii got any Castlevanias.
Yeah, I know they had like a Castlevania thing on Netflix. They probably still do. I know they used to.
Like a show?
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. I don't know if it's a movie or a show, but it's definitely something substantial.
That's cool. There's a lot of like lore behind Castlevania.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the stories are all interconnected. They all tie back to like the original Dracula kind of in a way.
Which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, the artwork on them all is phenomenal too. But yeah, what really stands out about the DS game is like how fluid all the animations are. Like how, you know, the combat, it's not super visceral, but like for sure the way like all the enemies are like they'll fall apart and shit. They've all got like these crazy like awesome death animations, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's really cool. The game's beautiful. It's awesome. Like I've been playing the shit out of it.
I want to get Simon's theme from Castlevania 4 tattooed on my soul. I love that fucking song, dude. I swear there are Super Nintendo songs that I would go to war with, dude. I mean, that shit gets me so fucking amped. I don't know what it is. I get so pumped from some Super Nintendo music, dude. There's just, I don't know. There's just not, I can't point to any other era of games that just grip me in that way as far as music goes. I swear, just those faceless, nameless Japanese men that compiled these soundtracks, man. They're just fucking musical geniuses that have been overlooked. I mean, some of the best music that I have ever heard, and God knows we listen to a lot of fucking music.
Yeah.
Came from that system, man. And I swear the limitations, the physical limitations of that hardware and how they had to fit a soundtrack onto a chip, you know, like we've only got this much room, you know, you can't flower up the soundtrack, otherwise we're going to flounder on the story or, you know, other assets. It just blows my mind to see the constrictions that were on those guys back in that day and how they worked around it and stuff. Like, it's a fucking work of art, man. And I feel like I owe it to these guys to enjoy that kind of stuff today. You know, I mean, it's a crime for that stuff to be lost to time, dude.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's what's great about these groups like the consoles and the one-ups. They and Insane in the Rain music. They cover video game music, and a lot of it's from the Super NES era.
And hey, hats off to those talented bastards with the one-ups. Those guys, oh my gosh, they could be playing any kind of music they wanted to.
Yeah.
You know, someone with that kind of talent, they could be doing whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I feel privileged that they're playing stuff that I know.
Their cover of that F-Zero, Silence is Golden, I think. Silence is Golden, Stitches for Snitches, or whatever it's called. And I think the original F-Zero track's just called Silence or something. But their cover of that is just, it's one of my favorite songs ever. I don't even know the original. I never played a lot of F-Zero. A little bit, but not enough to know any of the soundtrack for sure.
Yeah, same here.
But their cover of that song is just like, oh, fuck, man.
That's freaking cool, because I mean, most people are gonna cover the notable track from a franchise, and I mean, I'm gonna venture a guess out here. This poor bastard's gonna hang his dick out there and say that if someone was to cover an F-Zero song, they'd probably cover Mute City. Go ahead and hang me for it.
Oh yeah,
that's probably what they do.
There's a lot of Mute City covers out there. I think consoles have a Mute City cover.
Dude, I'm sorry. I had two people. I had a paladin and a priest walk up behind me. I'm just sitting on this hill. They were like, "Nice view, huh?" I said, "Beautiful." I guess they're just gonna do their thing.
Where are you at?
I'm sitting on the coast of Westfall. I've been running up and down the coast. I still got to kill a couple of murlocs for a quest.
Man, some classic WoW would be fun. I've been thinking about it. I don't know what I would roll. If I would just roll my old character again, I mean, probably, honestly. I think I'd just roll a druid all over again.
Hey, if you did that, that'd be cool. But I'm telling you, man, it'd be fun to roll with the guild, dude. These are some nice dudes.
No, I hear you. I guess I could roll a hunter. I do love hunters.
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm like, this is the first time anyone's walked up to me and like actually just started RP server and all. Talking about Captain Grayson, I'm sitting next to the lighthouse. So there's a lighthouse off the shore of Westfall, like the northeast shore.
Mm-hmm.
And you go out there, and there's the ghost of Captain Grayson, and he has 3 quests for you.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is to get 5 flasks of oil from the harvesters so he can keep the lighthouse going.
Mm-hmm.
The second quest is to kill like 7 different types of murlocs, which I haven't done yet. And the last one was to kill an elite mob down here on the coast to get a torch. I'm sorry, dude. This is like the first time that...
Man, you're good. I'm just playing some PSO.
Fucking PSO, homie. That's
2002 represent. Shit, I don't know how old the Dreamcast version is.
I always play the robot, dude. I always go Ranger and the robot. I forget which one that... I think I did the same thing in PSO too.
January 29th, 2001 for the Dreamcast. Yeah, I had a Dreamcast and a GameCube.
That's right. It came out for the Dreamcast.
Yeah, that's what I played.
I forgot all about that, dude.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, because the Dreamcast had a built-in modem, so I was playing online with people. Built-in dial-up, dude. That was the only way I could watch porn in my bedroom and not have anybody, not worry about anybody looking through my search history.
Dude, yeah, fucking Google looks at our freaking search history, and
Yeah.
Opera is the best thing that ever happened to me.
I'm finally digging Opera again now that I've found out how to close all my tabs when I close Opera. Not that I do a bunch of shady shit anymore, but I just didn't like Opera opening up and me having to close out tabs that should have been closed already. When I close my browser, I'm done, If I want to reopen my last session, there's the option for that, so that's good.
Man, PSO2 is so good. I didn't give a shit about fighting that Japanese capture boss a second. I actually had to fight it like twice this last time because I had to recover my account.
Oh, shit.
Like, not only do you have to recover your account, you have to reset your password, you have to do it as well. And of course, I had to do both. But that shit was worth it, man. Sega knows what the fuck is up to keep people coming back. It's like, hey, we're doing a new event for this week. If you sign in every single day, you get these prizes leading up to something big on the 7th day, or something like that. Or go do these missions for this. They've always got something going on. God help the Japanese. They know how to fucking do it, man. I mean, the ship that I'm on is where there are 2 ships that English speakers are on right now. And I think I'm on the good one. I think the other one's kind of elitist, like you had better know what you're doing. Because people will get pissy at you if you don't, or something like that. I've only ran into nice people. And that's the first lobby RPG I've ever played.
Lobby RPG.
That's the term that I've heard.
Okay.
Because basically everyone hangs out in the lobby and you run instances.
Yeah.
I mean, that's practically it.
I love how the instances are kind of open for anybody. Like, parties are very loose in that game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of neat.
You can just go into some place and group up with other people if you want to. And dude, yeah, it's a challenging game too. It's not just easy. You need to take advantage of what Sega's doing on their events and stuff if you want to have a leg up.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun though. I mean, God, I've got a gambling problem in video games. This is why I've never been to an actual casino. Because, dude, you know it. You fucking know it.
Yep.
We have played MUDs together where I have burned my last fucking copper coin playing blackjack. Some dwarven bastard, that's just swindled me down to my last, dude.
I forgot about that big ass casino and PSO.
Oh man,
That place is cool as fuck too.
It's Nyan Jack or something is the blackjack, and then there's slots, and then there's some other kind of game, dude. It's just even the missions that you can do in the casino. Like whenever you first log in as a freshie, there are missions that you can do to learn about what's going on in PSO2 that, yeah, technically it's a tutorial, but it's pragmatically showing you how to do things in the game, and it actually gives you a reward for lasting through it and for taking the time to do it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I spent an entire evening just doing the casino missions, just like checking out all the stuff that the casino staff wanted me to check out. And anyways, dude, every character in PSO2, I swear to God, man, it looks like every last one of those characters, player characters, have their own anime series.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, I know in WoW you look like a patchwork clown, like you've said in the past, just like a green helmet and purple pants and shit like that. Dude, everyone in PSO2 looks fucking badass, man. Like they were the top supporting actor in Inuyasha or something like that.
Yeah, the art style is really cool. Everybody does look. It's easy to get your own like personal look.
It is. I like that too, man. I spent a lot of time on prettying my dude up.
I might hop back into that next year when they say they're going to localize it for North America in 2020.
That's such good news. Oh my gosh. I mean, honestly, if you're going to have English speakers going through that much trouble to play your game, I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? I'll be checking that shit out. I promise you I'll be playing some PSO2 next year.
Yeah.
I like that you can play it with a controller.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because it feels good with a controller.
It really does. I don't feel like I'm losing anything with not using a mouse, I mean, sometimes I enjoy the shit out of WoW, but sometimes I just want to lean back in my chair and relax with a controller in my hands, Because that really is a factor with me. I mean, both of us, whenever we have free time, we've got a litany of systems and games that we can use now thanks to emulators and ROMs and stuff like that. Sometimes I just want to lean back, and it's just nice to have that RPG online experience with a controller.
With the Steam controller, you can emulate mouse input. I used to play WoW with my old Xbox controller using, I think the program was called Xpatter. And
that's it.
Xpatter is really fucking cool. But yeah, with the Steam controller, you've got those touch inputs. So you can kind of like, you can set one of the touch inputs, or you can set like a, what they call a mode shift. So that, like, if you hold one of your paddles, now one of your touch pads, you can set it so that it automatically, like, moves down to where your hotbar is at the bottom or something. And that way, like, so as soon as you touch it, you're all on the hotbar. So now you move left or you move right just to stay along that hotbar. And you can also program it to when you let go, your mouse jumps right back to where it was. So they've done that to try and help like playing with like Dota 2 and stuff. Because I mean it's a Valve controller and they want you to be able to play their most successful game on it, obviously.
That does indeed make sense.
So it's kind of cool the way that you can do input. If I'll probably give Classic WoW a shot sometime.
I am so fucking happy to hear you say that. Do you realize that I've been waiting to play WoW with one of my friends since you guys stopped back in like 2015?
Yeah, I know.
Like I remember when I turned like it's like I turned like 25 or something. I was like, boys, you know, I've been holding off for a long time, but I think I'm gonna play some WoW. And I swear to God, you guys were like, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
It's sticking a fucking needle in your arm. You might as well let me go buy you some heroin, please. Reconsider.
It was fun.
For real.
We had a lot of fun with that game.
A
For sure.
ton of fun, dude. I had a ton of fun with you guys. Like honestly, if I didn't have a bollocks load of fucking fun with y'all, I wouldn't have stayed on this long. I mean, level 17 undead rogue. Fuck that guy. Out here leveling in Westfall.
What level are you now?
17.
Oh, yeah. Damn.
He's my level. I can't fight him, though.
When do you hit Red Ridge? The 20s?
I think so, yeah. I think at 20 I can go to Red Ridge. I've got a lot of guildies over there questing in Red Ridge. I need to get my shit together and just do a couple of fucking quests. All I've done, I've done the South Park method. I've leveled on fucking boars up until this point, which is partly true because I've been farming them for cooking mat. I started a priest the other day, or over the weekend. I started a priest and a hunter, and I got the hunter started on leather working and skinning, and I got the priest on tailoring and enchanting. And my pally is mining and engineering. I thought about doing blacksmithing, which, dude, as beneficial as tailoring has been to my priest, shit, dude, I had farmed up so much linen on my pally. I mailed it all to my priest, and I made my priest like a full set of linen shit it was upgrades, man. It was upgrades. And your robes are green because they give you like +1 spirit, and you can disenchant those.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
So that was really fucking cool. So I mean, I'm kind of reconsidering my engineering choice, but dude, being able to make firecrackers and those bombs so I can pull aggro from a distance is just, I need that, man. I can, when I'm fighting stuff, sometimes a nice person will run by and help me finish killing it, even though we're not in a group. And I always make sure to thank them because they're just standing there like, Jesus Christ, I am so happy I'm not a paladin. I mean, it is retarded how slow leveling is for a paladin. But that's part of the reason why I did that as my primary class, is because whenever I go to level something else seriously, it's going to seem like it's going by so much quicker. Because, I mean, as a paladin, dude, you pop that seal of the Crusader and you hit them with judgment. That way they take more holy damage. And then you pop your seal of righteousness so that every attack that you deals additional holy damage based on how much damage you just did with your physical attack. So it is more beneficial for you to get a two-handed beefy weapon. The slower the better, because the slower it is, the more damage you're going to do on your hit, which means the more holy damage is going to be calculated off your Seal of Righteousness. And if you've already hit them with your Seal of Crusader, then they're taking more holy damage. It's based off auto attacks, man. If I hit him with a judgment with Seal of Righteousness, that's like a burst of holy damage. And that's my main damage ability is hitting them with judgment off of Seal of Righteousness. Because I figured that out. Paladins have a whole bunch of different seals that they can cast on them, which when they cast a seal on themselves, they get a certain buff or ability. But when you cast judgment on a mob, they get a certain debuff depending on what kind of seal you had active whenever you casted judgment. So that's the deal with paladins. Your judgment, the judgment debuff on a mob is different depending on what kind of seal you've got going. So, and I saw a fucking Reddit post the other day, like, Paladins have, like, fuck you guys, Paladins have great combos like auto attack, and they are not shitting, dude. It is fucking auto attack city as a Paladin. Like, you cast your seal and you auto attack, and then you judgment, and then you auto attack some more. And the deal is, you don't want to judgment too much because that'll burn your freaking mana. So you want to be judicious with your judgments. But I mean, shit, dude. I like it. I like it. I feel like I'm making a difference out. I mean, I ran up and down the coast earlier this evening, and there was a gnome down there a gnome hunter that had bit off more than he could chew, and you could just tell this guy was at half health and that mob was at 3/4, dude. He's out DPSing you. You're fucking dead, son. You're dead. I learned that early with a hunter. If you're not out DPSing this mob, you are fucking toast if you don't have, a health potion on you or something. And anyways, man, I just love being able to see people in trouble and, heal them and buff them. And if they die, res them. Like, I can make a difference. Like, otherwise, I fucking suck, dude. I really do. Honestly, I'm not that good at WoW. I've been playing since fucking 2015. I'm not that good, man. I mean, I watch a lot of videos. I hear a lot of people's opinion on how to play a certain class and stuff like that. I mean, even you said, Pallies are indestructible. Oh yeah, I know that. I know that they're indestructible, and it is that retard strength. But God Almighty, I fuck it up somehow. I mean, I die as a Pally, man. Sometimes.
I ended up getting real good as a tank druid. Like, leveling, I was feral from like 0 to 60. And as soon as I hit 60 in vanilla WoW, I had to go healing to join a guild because at that point I wanted to do raids. So I had to go heals, and I was a pretty good healer. But then at some point you could dual spec. I don't remember when that came along. It wasn't there the whole time for sure. And once you could do that, that was better because I'd still feral my way through solo quests and through most instances. But then later, when we came back during Mist, because I quit playing during Cataclysm because Cataclysm just sucked.
Mist was great.
Mist was pretty good. When we came back during Mist, I think I went heals for the most part. And I just ran instances to level my way to whatever, 90 or something, whatever it was.
Yeah, it was 90.
But then, but no, actually, at some point then I decided I was going to tank. And I don't know why. It beats the fuck out of me. But I really liked tanking because you had a really important job to do, obviously. But, I don't know, being tank and taking hits to the face was kind of cool. I really enjoyed it. Being in the middle of the action was neat. It was really neat. Because, you know, doing DPS and doing heals, you're not necessarily like in the thick of it. You're trying to, as a druid, as a rogue, you're kind of staying behind the guy, trying to get those backstabs in. It's the same for druids. And, but man, I don't know, managing aggro was a lot of fun. Having to know the bosses was a lot of fun.
That's where the onus lies on the tank, in knowing the fights and knowing what to do. And that's just what stresses me out. For all the videos and stuff that I watch, I'm just, I feel like I need to go in there with the training wheels on, with a group that's going to give me some beneficial criticism, and it is going to teach me how to do, because honestly, that's what I need. I need someone to teach me how to do it. I need to have a conversation with somebody. That's part of the reason why for the life of me, I just never did dungeons as a rogue. I just didn't want to get bitched out for low DPS or, whatever the fuck, just not knowing the fight or doing something stupid. There's a lot of responsibility on the tank. I mean,
dude, so how about Uncle Joe? Creepy Uncle Joe. He's
You mean Poppin' Eye Joe there? Oh, Bloody Eye Joe?
Oh,
Jesus Christ, man. Just go to a fucking retirement home and enjoy the last 5 years of your life. Good Lord.
Dude, so how about, the story about throwing the gangsters out of the pool or whatever? People on Twitter have gone to great lengths to prove that Joe Biden threw black people out of a pool and called them a woman's name. Like, okay, you proved that he's a racist, like, misogynist, and you're still going to vote for him? Like, those people are weird, man. Those people are weird.
For God's sake, it used to be funny when Joe Biden was like, go buy a shotgun. All you need is a double-barrel shotgun. Just fire one round into the air, and they'll leave. Well, thanks, Joe. I appreciate that crazy Uncle Negligent Discharge Joe Biden is giving me tips and pointers on how to defend my family. Like, are you shitting me, dude? The fucking vice president of the United States of America. Now, not the one that shot the guy in the face, not that one. The other one that's encouraging you to commit a firearms violation. Dude, I have seen an instance where a woman was being physically intimidated by a man.
Was it Joe Biden?
It could have been Joe Biden. She fired a warning shot. The police showed up, assessed the situation of what actually occurred, and that lady left in handcuffs. The supposed victim of domestic violence was led away in handcuffs after she called the police and fired a warning shot. Let me tell you something, man. There are no warning shots in the United States judicial system. If you are not shooting at something, that is a negligent use of a firearm, dude. They will lock your fucking ass up for that. And that's, dude, that's non-negotiable. I would almost dare, I would almost, not quite, but almost dare somebody to and call the police. They will lock your ass up for that, dude. That is breaking the law. There are no warning shots. Just crazy Uncle Joe, dude. Crazy Uncle Joe espousing advice on shit like that. For God's sake, man.
And now he's come out with some weird they were asking him about his son's ties to Ukraine, and he goes off on he went off on Trump because a reporter asked him about his ties to Ukraine, and that was strange. It was just strange. The way that he phrased it all. Have you seen that? I don't know.
I'm looking that up right now. Tell you what, I'm going to look that up on my phone while I take another piss. So when I type in Joe Biden asked about Ukraine.
God, what did he...
Dude, all I get is Trump talking about this situation. Nothing about Biden. Trump talking about this situation.
Where did I see... I saw the actual video clip today, but I don't remember where I saw it.
God almighty, Kamala Harris looks haggard.
Yeah, he he got real angry about it. It was... Biden's a weird character, man. He said in that same statement that he's going to beat Trump. He thinks he can beat Trump, and maybe I'm real dumb, but Joe Biden can't beat Donald Trump. He's Joe Biden.
No, he can't. He can't. I'm telling you, every last one of those people. It's going to be fireworks, dude. I cannot wait. Dude. Oh my God. I'm looking forward to the Trump and Democrat debate. Like a fucking 80s metalhead was looking forward to a Metallica concert, dude. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Politics is a blood sport, dude. And Trump is the master of Shakespearean politics. We've already went over this with the whole, I married her brother. I don't know. I married her brother. I married her brother. And then he just he walks off and then he runs back to the camera and says, married her brother one last time before he gets on the fucking plane. And goddamn if that's not what everyone is talking about. I mean, it's not even going to be funny. I mean, it was hilarious when he was stalking around behind Hillary Clinton on the debates, and then he'd deliver the line, because you'd be in fucking jail, bitch. I mean, that was masterful. Absolutely masterful how he fucked with her on that debate stage.
Yeah.
And, I mean, just the body language and stuff like that. If you keep, looking over her shoulder and stuff. I mean, he roasted her. Put Elizabeth Warren up there. He is going to tweak those Indian titties until she's going to be sending up smoke signals up there, man. I mean, honestly, Harris, Booker, are you fucking kidding? Harris and Booker, they're disqualified just because of the shit they pulled on Kavanaugh. Honestly, that's when I got my taste in my mouth for Harris and Booker. Honestly, I am disappointed in Democrats, dude. Republicans are fucked up. I do not care for Republicans. Don't misrepresent this. Republicans like Mitt Romney, these milquetoast fucks that have just stunk up the Senate and the House of Representatives for years and years and years. The establishment fucking sucks. I hate voting Republican. I hate voting for those vapid cunts in the Republican Party. They're a bunch of milquetoast fucks, and the Democrats are just way worse.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, these people are the paragons of hypocrisy.
The virtue signaling and the fucking, I mean,
can't we drone? Can't we just like drone Julian Assange? Can't we just like drone strike that guy? Yet here we are.
Who said that?
Please submit. Oh, Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton joking about drone striking freaking Julian Assange. And yet they're going to say, if you've got any dirt on Trump, please submit that to our secure website. That just,
they
sounds
said that
an
too?
awful lot like somebody we know.
Yeah,
yes,
right.
Dude. Yes, they are just, I think the term tone deaf is pretty hacky. It's pretty trite. The term tone deaf is used by vapid fucks in the media like Fox News, but Jesus Christ, this guy just cannot, for the life of him, understand what's going on around him. I mean, Biden with the whole, Trump should be impeached over that phone call with Ukraine. What the fuck does it matter? Is it not part of within his purview to coordinate with other heads? For Christ's sake, the man is the president of the United States. If there wasn't a crime committed, what do you have to worry about? I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and use a line from the Democrats here. Oh, it's the seriousness of the charges. These are serious charges that have been leveled against Joe Biden and Hunter Biden. These are, goddamn, these are serious charges. Oh, these serious charges need to be investigated because of the seriousness of the charge. I swear to God, if I heard seriousness of the charges one more time from MSNBC, I mean, Jesus Christ, this is why they are going to lose in 2020. I'm a very humble man. I don't toot the horn when I should most of the time, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you the Democrats are going to fucking lose in 2020, and they are going to lose huge because their platform fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Democrats and liberals. Your ideas are garbage. They're hot fucking garbage. And there's not a society on the face of this earth that has progressed in any good direction due to the policies of the left. Communism can blow my fucking dick. Because when you look at a Democrat, what do you say? Oh, they're a Democrat. What kind of Democrat are they? Are they a fucking socialist like Bernie Sanders? Are they the progressive left like Elizabeth Warren is trying to suck off? Are they neoliberals that have corporate cock in their ass like Joe Biden? What is it? Are they blue dogs? What is it, Democrats? Fucking figure it out. Because right now, you fucking suck and you deserve everything you get. I really, much like Styx, I really wish that the Democrats were an alternative. I really wish there was another political party that I could look at and say, hey, these people have some good ideas too. They don't. You guys used to. The Democrats and the left used to back in 2008 when it was, anti-spying, anti-corruption, but then, oh man, we just had to vote for that guy because he was black, didn't we? You guys remembered what he did to Edward Snowden.
The first black president.
There's not a single thing that fucker did for this country. Yeah. Not one on any metric at all.
Scandal-free president.
Oh, dude, yes. Oh, yeah. He totally didn't send pallets of cash to Iran. Fuck those people, dude. And fuck Barack Obama. Reddit with their AstroTurf and in our picks today. Oh, here's a somber moment that Barack Obama and Michael shared on the train. Oh, and Michael he has his eyes closed in Obama's shoulder, leaning back, and Obama's got this really somber expression on his face while he's looking at the paper, on the newspaper on the campaign trail. Oh, don't we just long for the days of normalcy under Barack Obama, when American decline was normalcy, when this was the new America, when those jobs weren't coming back, and this is just the new norm, and we just got to have fucking socialist health care and just realize that these jobs aren't coming back. Fuck that shit, dude. Fuck all of that shit.
There's a lot of talk that the economy might be not doing well soon.
Oh, from the trade war?
I guess. That must be like the root of it.
This is ripping the Band-Aid off, dude. This is, Trump said it with his "I'm the chosen one" comment, not too long ago. He's like, hey, look, this is something that should have happened a long time ago. And yeah, it's going to sting because these cunts you voted into office didn't do this shit 15 years ago. I have very little sympathy for the left. They are deserving every last headache they fucking get. And I hope they get 4 years more work. They deserve every last fucking bit of it.
What is the? I haven't looked into this shit at all. Like how educated I am. What is the core of the trade war? Like, what is going on? What is Trump fighting for? You motherfucking blue shell piece of shit! I hate blue shells, dude. The bane of fucking Mario Kart. Sorry.
Oh yeah, that shit's. Oh, dude,
I was at the finish line.
There was something of how you combat blue shells.
I think you can hit a mushroom right before it explodes.
That's it. Right before it drops down, you hit a mushroom. Yeah.
And of course, getting a mushroom while you're in first place is not the easiest thing.
Good luck with that. You're better off, you stand a better chance of, gaining more income as a household under a Democrat. With the China trade war, from what I understand it, is he's tariffing the fuck out of Chinese import. That means if we're going to import something from China, we are going to tariff the fuck out, which is going to encourage people. They're going to say, hey, it's hurting us because this is what you have to do in a business realm to bring shit back into your country. Because, up until now, it hasn't been more beneficial to have those assets in the country. You have got to make the balance sheet of these companies hurt from outsourcing shit to China. You have got to affect that financial report. The balance sheet is your crown financial report. Now, if there are any financiers listening to us right now, which God Almighty, I can't believe there are any that are wasting brain cells on our conversation. But if there are, they know what a balance sheet is, and that's basically that's your statement of everything. That is your speedometer for your company. You've got to make them hurt. It has got to be more beneficial for them to do business here within the United States than outsource that shit to China.
I mean, yeah, the whole point is for American people to have jobs, local jobs for our local economy. Importing everything, raising our minimum wage to 15, having a livable wage here, but expecting Chinese people to live off the shit that they do that's been insane to me for a very long time. Just completely insane.
Utterly hypocritical, dude.
And now they're bitching. And yeah, now there's a lot of people bitching about the trade war. What are you bitching about? Trying to give people living wages here.
And I mean, and that's it, dude. NAFTA, fuck the United States, dude.
Yeah.
I personally know one of my best fucking friends had to move to Mexico because his dad chased his fucking job to Mexico because that's where his job went.
Yep.
Under Bill Clinton with NAFTA.
I've had that conversation with him.
He chased those fucking jobs right out of this country. And goddamn if Barack Obama didn't say those jobs are gone. They're gone.
I mean, they're gone as in they're not in the U.S. anymore.
Because of your policies, you fucking asswipe.
Yeah.
You know, but he's not going to say that on TV, the globalist cunt. I'm sorry. Fuck, the world works better when countries are out for themselves. I'm sorry. That is how you better your populace.
Yeah, but what's the point of having a country? And I mean, if you're not going to have an economy for your country.
Hey, and go ahead and look at the European Union right now with them bitching and pissing and moaning about the UK leaving and how. Oh shit! Hold on a second. Just lost a warrior and a hunter down here. Hold on a second, man. Nice people always asking me to group after I heal them and res them. But God, I'm sorry. I completely forgot where I was at in the conversation there.
We were talking about.
Oh yeah, those jobs just being gone, dude. Just being gone. Oh, they're gone. This is the new American norm. Trump won the fucking presidency off of campaigning in Wisconsin and the Rust Belt and telling these people these jobs are coming back. And God damn it, if this man isn't standing in front of fucking factories right now that are being built and putting food on the tables of Americans. I'm sorry, but as an American, I don't give a fuck what's on the table of Chinese people's homes.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm sorry.
I mean, no offense to them. I hope they're eating. You want them to do well, but it's not our responsibility.
Absolutely. But you know what? It's Mao Zedong's fucking job to put food on your table, not mine, and it's not Trump's.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, your government has been, usurped by a fucking communist insurrection. And I'm sorry, you're living red. Sorry. I'm sorry. I am fucking sorry. Move to Hong Kong. Where people are getting the shit beat out of them in the streets nowadays, trying to hold on to their Western ideals. These backwards ass fucking countries, man. I swear to God, little Greta, braided haired, rosy cheeked fucking climate Nazi. Why doesn't she row her little fucking boat to China and talk to them about climate emissions?
Hey,
as far as I'm concerned, she can fuck off right along with her deadbeat fucking no load parents. Dude.
What is that?
This bitch paddled across the fucking Atlantic on some kind of solar powered yacht or whatever the fuck. I don't even know, dude. I don't even know. She had to paddle across the Atlantic to get here, and then she's gonna fly back on a fucking. You're gonna tell me that she's sitting at the UN right now after having paddled to America, and you're gonna tell me she didn't get on a jet and go back to the UN? You're gonna tell me that?
What'd she?
You're
for?
Christ only knows, dude. She was on some kind of little solar power, fucking shit that runs off of hopes and dreams and Barack Obama's fucking campaign to get over here. And I don't even know what the deal is with it. Rush Limbaugh said it not too long ago, and I was like, fuck you, Rush. Get out of here with that shit. You are seriously an old timer if you think these kids really believe that they're going to die from climate change before they're 50. They are just going to fucking roast on this planet. If we don't do anything, they're going to cook until they're dead at 50. You've got to be fucking kidding me. But no, there's a whole generation of kids that have been just raised with this climate fucking nonsense. And this high school sophomore just doesn't have a fucking clue that she's being manipulated by powers that benefit in ways she's not even privy. I mean, Solyndra under Barack Obama? For Christ's sake, the California Democrat Party was listed as a creditor to that organization when they went tits. Let's just piss away fucking, taxpayer money, on solar energy. You know what? When solar energy and wind energy can put a fucking Boeing 747 in the air and take it across the globe, okay, then I'll put a little bit of stock into renewable energy. Until then, you don't have shit. Like, no, I'm not going to suck the cow farts out of, the asses of livestock just so that it doesn't make it into the atmosphere. These assholes are preaching this climate bullshit, and they're having fucking fundraisers where they cook 1,000 steaks.
Yeah.
Like, blow my dick, you fucking hypocrites. And that's straight from the poor bastard's heart. That's why we're here, to talk straight from the heart. They can suck my dick. It's just fucking nonsense, dude. It's nonsense that they use to fill their pockets with the money of just gullible, mindless NPCs. Nowadays, if you want to piss off an NPC, tell them Islam's right about women. Say Islam, you know what? Islam's right about women. You know what? I don't think my wife deserves to drive a car. I don't think my wife deserves to show her face in public. You know what? I don't think my wife deserves to even be in fucking public without me there.
That's what's kind of strange about what's her face, Muslim lady herself. Oh God, the one married her brother, Elon Omar.
Elon Nur Saeed? No, it's Elon Nur Saeed, dude. Elon Omar is not her fucking name. It's Elon Nur Saeed. That her dad bears that name, and she said Happy Father's Day in June of 2013, and the Imam of Peace fucking called that shit out on Twitter, and that bitch deleted that tweet. Explain that to me, liberals. Explain it. I dare you to go into that and explore that and explain how the fuck that happened.
Who is he?
That's her dad.
No, I mean,
that's her dad.
Why is she claiming a different name, I guess?
She's claiming a different name because Nur Saeed is her father's name. Nur Saeed is also her husband's name.
Oh, right.
Why yeah. So that's her brother. It was explained how Arabic names work. The Imam of Peace did everyone that solid of explaining how the names work. And that's, dude, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous that this bitch married her brother to get him into the country all quick like, because, if it's a sibling, it could take up to 10 years for them to be accepted to come into the United States. Whereas if it's a spouse, it's almost immediate, which is why she did that. And why this bitch doesn't have a flashlight up her ass investigating this is beyond me. But Justice Democrats, Cenk Uygur and all those fuckers just pumped a whole bunch of money into all these primaries, and the squad is what they got from that. And let me tell you something. They're going to fucking roast in 2020. Republicans are going to win the House back. That's why Trump didn't... that's why Trump only campaigned for Senate people. That's why he only campaigned for senators. Because he wasn't going to waste his time and effort on the House. Not right now. Not right now. Because you know what? If the Republicans had the House, Nancy Pelosi would not be the Speaker of the House. And AOC, Elon Omar, Rashida Tlaib, and that other fucking no-load, they wouldn't be hanging up the Democrats like they are right now. Trump needed a punching bag.
Dude, he got one too.
Buddy,
God
did he?
Damn.
Buddy fucking did he? He needed one. And if it wasn't for these assholes with their failed, oh my God, fucking, who's the guy that, Trump's first campaign manager?
Oh shit, beats me. It's one of the guys that was charged, right?
No, it was Corey Lewandowski.
Oh, okay.
Corey Lewandowski. So the House has gotten together and, they did it just to hear the I word. These aren't impeachment proceedings. These are the proceedings before impeachment proceedings. Like, the House has gotten together to talk about bringing impeachment proceedings. And they brought Corey Lewandowski up there like a week ago. And this guy ran rings around them. I mean, and it was, Brian Williams on NBC. The committee just couldn't lay a glove on this guy. They just, poor bastard, they just couldn't lay a glove on him. Just what was the committee thinking here today? Like, what was their goal? What do you fucking think their goal was? Their goal was to shit on Trump, and they just got fucking shellacked by Corey Lewandowski, who didn't give them shit. Didn't give them shit. They looked like assholes out there. Even the it's just so funny when the Democrats in the media get pissed off with the Democrats in Congress. It's a wonderful sight. I love it. I loved seeing those interviews on CNN, where they were asking Nadler, what was the committee hoping to accomplish by getting Corey Lewandowski up there? What were you trying to fucking do? Because you got exactly what you were asking for. And, Andrew McCabe, his ass is in the sling. Look, I listen to H.A. Goodman a lot. And I say a lot. In the past month or so, I've started paying attention to him. That man is convinced that Hillary Clinton is going to run again in 2020. And he is convinced that the indictments for Andrew McCabe are imminent. They are absolutely imminent over, and those are his words, not mine, imminent. Over Andrew McCabe's wife receiving those campaign donations from that Clinton operative. Golly, I cannot think of his fucking name, dude. She got close to $700,000 for her campaign, while Andrew McCabe was investigating Hillary Clinton for the emails. And Andrew McCabe, in I guess some attempt to seem like he wasn't biased, leaked some sort of information regarding the Clinton campaign or regarding the Clinton Foundation investigation, or not, the email investigation. He leaked some information regarding that. And then he said that James Comey had given him the green light to do that. And James Comey has said off the record that I didn't give him the the authorization to leak any information. So there's been some rumblings that James Comey's going to get indicted as well. And I think we can see, we'll be able to see James Comey testify against Andrew McCabe, because look, this whole Andrew McCabe lacking candor and stuff like that, and perjuring himself in regards to those campaign donations. Look, Andrew McCabe's little fucking John Hancock is on those FISA warrants. This is just the tip of the fuse. That fuse is gonna burn all the way back to those FISA warrants, and just what the fuck was going on under Barack Obama's presidency within the FBI. That bastard knew exactly what was going on. And I cannot fucking wait. I cannot wait until Horowitz's IG report comes out. I cannot fucking wait. Because I tell you, I watched Hillary Clinton testify before Congress. That whole day, I was tuned into it while I was working. I watched that whole fucking thing. And then I watched James Comey come out and say that no reasonable prosecutor would bring charges against her because of intent.
Yeah.
Just absolutely fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, the words that came out of that guy's mouth. I want to see every last one of these bastards. I mean, they fucking deserve it. Let me tell you something, man. The wine-sipping elite of history's past that has fucked over their populace, their heads ended up on a fucking pike, okay? And I want to see that happen in a courtroom. I want to see James Comey's head on a fucking pike in a courtroom. I want to see that bastard go to jail for the rest of his life. I want to see that bastard Andrew McCabe go to jail for the rest of his life. I want to see that cunt Hillary Clinton go to jail for the rest of her life. They haven't done any fucking favors for this country. If anything, Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton destabilized Libya, while illegally transporting arms to Syria. There's an open slave trade going on in Syria right now. Open slave trade. For all of you, white apologists, slavery, just all of you liberal fucks just live in slavery land. Like, let's just remember and hail slavery and that period of our country. Let's just, rail on that and impugn people today for the sins of the past. We're the only country that has ever gone to war with itself over slavery and has come out victorious and has gone on to just proliferate into the state that it is right now. The best fucking country in the world, dude. The United States of America is number one. It is. And there's no arguing that. And just for all the slavery apologists and the white people that want to walk around in chains today with their children and say, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. There's nobody that is sorry for the slave trade in Libya right now. They're just a bunch of fucking hypocrites that, will only espouse their views whenever they think it's gonna benefit them somehow. Look at me. Look at how virtuous I am. I'm look at me raising as a lesbian, raising trans children. Look at me, you fucking bigot. If you don't accept me and embrace me, you're a hate monger. Just fuck all of that, man. Fuck all of that. And it's some people might think that those are two separate situations. No, that is the American left today. The American left today are a bunch of fucking hypocrites that just, dude, they propagate, interventionism in other countries. I mean, for Christ's sake, Barack Obama was at war every single day of his presidency. If you look at the freaking civilian death statistics in Iraq and Afghanistan, people want to shit all over Trump for what's going on over there right now. Hey, he inherited that. You cunts want to keep talking about, the economy that Obama inherited from Bush. How about the fucking foreign policy situation that Trump inherited from Barack Obama?
Man, so speaking about economy, there's a lot of people talking about the economy being like completely propped up. Like once the economy, and this is kind of stupid talk too, because they're talking about how the economy just died in 2008 and how we're basically just on another propped up economy. We're on another bubble. But I mean, isn't that really the whole point of having a fluid currency anyway? Is everything's just propped up on nothing anyway? And I'm not an economist. I barely took any economy classes, so I'm really kind of blowing this one out my ass. But, I mean, aren't we all kind of propped up on FDR's economy here?
I mean, I would say that people are calling this a bubble because it hasn't been the norm. And that is precisely the point. The norm is the incorrect fucking direction for this country. The jobs should have been here to begin with. The jobs should have never left here. Oh, sorry. Caught some aggro here. The jobs should have never left. Like this trade war and the pains that we're feeling from it. Yeah, you know what? It's a lot worse right now. But Barack Obama was too much of a fucking pussy.
I mean,
I'm sorry, that guy's lighting the loafers. He doesn't fucking understand how, East Asian politics work.
Economy's still doing pretty good.
Hell yes, it is. Hell fucking yes, it is. I'm making more money now than I ever have. And it's because of the policies instituted by the Republicans and Trump. Has nothing to do with Barack Obama. Absolutely nothing. In fact, if we were still running under the same auspices that Barack Obama was running under, my small business would not be doing as well as it is right. We would not have as many people as we do right now, which honestly, we need the people we have right now. We do. One fucking person in my company makes a difference. One less person? Holy shit. We couldn't deal with one less person in my company with what I do.
Yeah, here we go. On our Bitcoin, that's where I've seen it. The Federal Reserve has injected over $128 billion into the financial system in the last 2 days. And top comment says, I don't think so. As I understand it, this relates to the spike in repo rates, which is the rate banks charge each other to borrow reserves overnight, which shot above the Fed base rate of 1.7 to 10%. The Fed stepped in to offer overnight loans at base rate. These loans are repaid the following day. Adding them all up and claiming the sum total is what the Fed injected is somewhat misleading and does your reputation no good. Before 2008, the Fed always offered repo at base rate, thus limiting what other banks could charge. And the reason the Feds know as the lender of last resort, and is the reason the Feds know as lender of last resort as most other CBs. With QE, there's been no need for the Fed to act as lender of last resort as the banks are stuffed full of reserves. That was the case up to now. What's the interest? Why the bank what is of interest is why the banks hike their. That's a shitty sentence. I don't know. If it continues, it's more than a blip, and it gets even more interesting. There are a few theories floating around. These loans are about liquidity and not increasing money supplies. They're extremely short-term loans to ensure market participants have enough cash to move money around. Headlines suggesting the Fed is devaluing money is not correct.
Trump has been railing against the Fed for a while now.
I also saw a conspiracy the other day. Apparently, Edward Snowden is ex-CIA before he was NSA.
Makes sense.
And
I believe that.
The allegation is that the CIA sent him to the NSA as an inside job to try and bork the whole thing. Which seems kind of dumb. I mean, oh damn. Happy birthday, Nintendo. Nintendo's 130 years old today.
Holy crap. Man, they've come a long way since being a card company back in Japan all those years ago.
Yep.